bless you. This is Ellen Mongan, and today I'm going to do a little book review for Go Tell the World. What I'm going to tell the world about today? I'm going to tell the world about today about an author who I shared about yesterday, and her name is Lara Trump. Unfortunately, I didn't have my glasses on, and I read the title of her book wrong. So first, I want to apologize, Lara Trump. Her book is actually called The Never Give Up Pup. I have that mentality myself. Never ever give up, because you know what? My mom used to say, if you feel like this day is rotten and you just want to leave this world, the next day you can win the lottery. That keeps me going. I think, well, one day I'm going to win the lottery. But really, in reality, we keep our hearts on Jesus and we always have hope for tomorrow. So first of all, the book was not Never Give Up Puppy. It was Never Give Up Pup by Lara Trump. And the author, again, is Martin Martinez. It's such a great message that even if I didn't make a mistake by reading the wrong title, a puppy to pup, then I want to reiterate the book again. You know, so many parents nowadays don't know that being an enabler to a child and letting them choose to give up is not the right way for a mature adult that they're going to be one day, someday. The skills of parenting is so important to me that I try to educate mothers and young people about how important these young things that you learn when you're young are. It's not a good time to learn patience when you're 52 or 79 or 84. You have to learn it when you're young. And so the Never Give Up Pup talks about perseverance, about being able to keep on keeping on. And it's a great book. I was going to show you some of the pictures. The artist is very well done. And my favorite part, as I said yesterday, was in the back of the book, the activities that they do. You see, they do little activities with their mom or dad, and I think it's written for a little bit older child than like a preschooler. I write for books for preschoolers myself, but it's a great book, and I like the fact that it's written by Brave Books. You know, you have to be brave nowadays to have virtue. When I was a kid, it was so in vogue to have virtue. We were always trying to, we wanted to be like the saints. We wanted to grow and be people of character, of quality. We never thought of giving up. I was an overachiever in school that I had to get not the A, but the top A. I wanted to get the A plus with the extra credit. So I never even thought about lowering my bar or saying, well, I just won't do my homework and slide under. But there's so many parents nowadays that don't even think twice about maybe doing the child's homework with them. Instead of them, well then, it's not your homework. Or maybe saying it's okay if you don't get an A, maybe a B is okay. Now, some kids don't have the same academic ability, so that's fine. But to maybe push a little more, try a little harder to be the best you can be. This is another fair about the book. It came inside the book. If you can see it, I want to read it right today. It says, work hard, do your best, and leave the rest. Let's see, one more time. Work hard, do your best, then don't worry about the rest. Once you do your SAT, say, or once you take a test, then of course, don't worry about the rest. And I used to teach us, trust your first choice. Whatever you're thinking, after you studied hard, and trust your first choice. But a lot of times we have to really put effort in, probably every time we take a test. The funny part about life is that it's a curve. You grow, you're going uphill. So when you're in first grade, maybe you're learning your mathematics, your multiplication and subtraction. By the time you're older, learning calculus, you have to learn your steps along the way. The same way with perseverance. Perseverance, you have to keep on, not giving up. To next time, remember that I'm not going to give up. It worked for me last time. Learning is a really important thing. We could learn more than academics. We could learn to be kind. We could learn to let someone else go first. We could learn to tell the truth, because that's super important to me. We could learn to, I used to be able to, with my children, I could tell right away, are they telling the truth or not? Because you know in their eyes. And you can always encourage your children to try their best and leave the rest to God. But then there's another time when you kind of push your children. I have a little funny story, because I always do a book review with a lesson. That way the parents might want to buy the book and also implement the lesson in the children's lives. When one of my children was little, and I'm not going to say which one, but he was in high school. It's a he, so I have 4 girls and 4 boys. Don't want to take a guess. But he really didn't feel like he wanted to do his homework. He thought that homework was like beyond him. He was really, really bright. And he thought, well, I'm not going to do my homework and I can still get a passing grade. So being the smart mother I I decided to go in and talk to the teacher, right? And talk to the teacher and see what I do. Well, the teacher was a little English teacher that was behind a desk hiding from me. And I'm not even that scary. I'm like maybe 5'1" when my kids say 5 foot. And especially my son-in-law keeps telling me you're shrinking. And you know what? I just decided this isn't good. The teacher's not going to give help. So I went to the counselor. When I was a kid, my student counselor was my favorite. In high school, you go and chat with them and they'd, fix your classes so you can peacefully, do the order of things and enjoy learning. And so I went to the student counselor and I brought my child with me. That was a smart move because this woman had lots of wisdom. And I sat him down and I go, you know, he doesn't want to do his homework and he's just happy with passing with a B or a C. And she said, Sean, and I listened up because I thought, this woman knows more than me. Sean, when I was young, I didn't do my homework either. And I go, whoa, 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 don't tell him that because you know what? I want him to do his best. I want him to work hard, do his best, and not worry about the rest. However, that wasn't how it went. And she looked in the eye and said, then one day, I wanted to do my best. I wanted to get the good grade. I wanted to do my homework. And I was doing it for me. And it meant more, and I did well. She was a very bright woman, and it was true. So I just said, oh, thank you so much. But you could have told him to do his homework and try really, really hard to do his best. But she didn't do that. And it was a wise counselor. See, I wasn't a counselor. It was a mom who wanted him to achieve and get higher and try harder and get the top A. So I learned from that lesson. There is a time when you push your child, and there is a time when you let them make the decision for themselves to do what they're going to do. But always there's consequences for not doing your best, not for giving up and not persevering. So I do think this book, it will tell that lesson with the Never Give Up Pup. And it also teaches mothers and fathers as they read the book to their child. Those are my favorite kind of books. I call them life lessons. That when you have a book, wrote many of them, when you have a book that's teaching the parent as well as a child, and they get to be brave as well. What are they going to be brave in? Brave in virtue, brave to persevere, brave to do their best, and never give up. Hey, today, if you hear his voice, harden not your heart. Don't do their homework for them. That's their job. Don't do their dishes for them. Train them up to work hard. Because you know what? This world, we don't want a world full of people just sitting in front of what is this called again? It's not on TV, but it could be sitting in front of the smartphone. It doesn't really make you that smart if you're not doing your other things you're supposed to do in life. You could read and learn, but the best way to do it is to put effort and prayer into your life and be strong in virtue and character. So today is on the day the Lord has made. Let's tramp those children. Let's read good books. Let's teach them virtue and look at Brave Books. Go to Brave Books and see what other things they have. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about another book that Brave Books has published, and it's really become my favorite company because we don't want our children to grow up confused. We want our children to know what's right and what's wrong. We want them to grow in virtue and want them to be not overachievers, but be able to walk in purpose and the plan God has for them. So interact with your child, read the book, and then do some of the projects at the end. See how much you grow as a family. See how much you grow as a human. And get to know the authors, Laura Trump, and again, it's the Never Give Up Pup. Buy the book today. You'll be glad you did because it will teach you a lesson as well as your child.